Yeah, POAI did have some news yesterday. What about AI? Their AI something in regards to their cancer studies. Yeah, I saw that on POAI. POAI, I like it long term, right? Long term. But I also like it for some short-term hype. All right, guys, we are officially live over on YouTube. Come on over. Best to email you. You can email me, yeah, because you can't DM anymore here on TikTok. You can email me. It's josh@alphadaytrading.com. Josh@alphadaytrading.com. But now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time that you go ahead and click the link in my bio. And you click YouTube. You come over to YouTube for the live stream. We got 7 people already. Woo! Let's make it happen. Let's go. Chris, good morning. So again, it's Alpha Day Trading, right? Alpha Day Trading over on YouTube. We're going to be live for the next 45 minutes, guys. Again, getting you guys prepared for the day, answering your guys' questions. We are all set, ready to rock and roll, guys. So I'm going to take a quick 2 minutes, use the restroom, come back, roll the intro, and we're going to get our day started, guys. All right, guys, so right now, I can go potty, and I'll be right back, and we'll get that intro rolled. One thing real quick. I had something on my mind yesterday and last night, and I completely forgot until I was using the potty. And you're like, what? Why'd you think about it when you were using the bathroom, dude? You're weird. All right, guys. One thing before we roll the intro. I want you all to think this on repeat for the rest of your trading career, especially as new traders. Let the trade come to you. Don't go after the trade. I know it sounds weird. You're probably like, what? We'll talk more about it. Don't go after the trade, right? Let the trade come to you, not the other way around. If you start letting the trades come to you, you are going to make more consistent profits in the market. You're going to take less losses, less heat, less choppiness. Let the trade come to you. You're not going to be trading as much, but the trades that you do take, you're going to have better success with. So again, before we start our day, always think, let the trade come to me. All right, let's go ahead and get our day started, guys. Rolling the intro. Let's get it going.
Somewhere far away, I want you back.
Good morning, traders. What is going on? What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? And happy, what day is it? Hump Day! Yeah, that's right, baby. It is a beautiful Hump Day, Wednesday, October 27th, right about 8:59 in the market, and we have 30 minutes until that bell, and we have quite a bit to talk about. Guys and girls, the market's still on fire. You guys are crushing it. Big time profits, consistent profits. Guys, keep taking advantage of this market while it's here, while it's hot. Be smart, stay consistent, and keep making those big time profits that I keep seeing you guys make. Before we get into it, guys, raise your hand if anybody likes Busta Rhymes and Linkin Park. Does anybody like, I'm sorry, not Busta Rhymes, DMX. Who likes DMX? Does anybody like DMX? Who likes Linkin Park? Does anybody like Linkin Park? GNUS. We're definitely going to talk about that one as well. Unhalted news pending. It's a very random question. I know we want to talk stocks, right? We got plenty of time, guys. We got plenty of time. Yes, yo, all of them? All right. So you guys see the intro right now, right? You guys just heard the intro, all right? I'm thinking about switching the intro song. I like this one better. You guys tell me what you think. I'm thinking about switching that intro up.
You think it's a game? You think it's a fucking game? Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Yo, what's my name? Y'all gon' make me go all out. DMX. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Hey, yo, what's my name? Y'all gon' make me lose my cool.
I've tried so hard.
What y'all really want? What y'all really want?
It doesn't even matter. Come on, tried so hard.
What y'all really want?
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Come on, try.
Give me a sign. Dog, I meet bitches, the street bitches, slash, Cocoa Puff, sweet bitches, make you wanna eat bitches, but not me.
I tried so
I
hard.
fuck with these hoes from a distance. The instant they start to catch feelings, I start to. What is it you want from it? I gave you, you gave me. I played you, you played me.
So you know what, guys? I don't know. Like, I listen to the song. Like, I got a weird taste in music. You guys know me. I got a weird taste in music. When I hear this song, I get freaking fired up. Like, fired up! I'm like, woo! Let's go! Let's freaking crush it! But yeah, right now, so I don't know, guys. I don't know. Like, I have a weird taste in music. I'm trying to find a new intro. It's just something that gets us hyped up and fired up. Let's go! Woo! Hold on. Why is my webcam not working again? So weird. Okay, one sec, guys. I do want to get that webcam so you can see my beautiful face. Where's my beautiful face? Hey, there it is. All right, let me copy this real quick. Get that. Let's copy. Back over here. We will delete you out. Yes, we will paste you in. Hey, I'm back. And we will scroll this down. And we are all set, ready. There he is. There's that beautiful guy right there, just looking all handsome and shit. All right, guys, let's get fired up. Let's get ready to go, all right? Time to be serious, Josh. Time to be serious. And the reason I'm just kind of not really screwing around, but like playing the song, yada, 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 all that stuff, right? It's because I've already gone over everything. You guys were here. You guys have been here for like the past 30 minutes. We reviewed all the stocks that, you know, we're going to keep on watch right out of the gate, the reasons why, the levels. So I don't have to be as thorough, but we are going to cover everything once again and then dive into some options, okay? So with that being said, let's talk about the number one stocks, right? The number one stocks that have the best potential. Awesome Masher, whoever did it. Sick-ick. S-I-C-K-I-C-K. Sick-ick. Check his music. I mean, he's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love his stuff. I love the way he mashes the music together. I mean, honestly, it makes me not want to listen to normal music ever again. So he crushes it. But anyway, guys, let's talk about the stocks that have the best potential for today, all right? WTRH. I think this one has great potential. All right, why? Yeah, there's not news, right? Usually I'm like, oh, no news? Screw it. But there was a article yesterday. There was a well-known Twitter account that listed stocks under $10 with the most short interest, and it started going viral and started blowing up. And the number one stock that was on there was WTRH at 39%. Then you had WKHS, GOEV, SDC. But the reason that WTRH got that hype is because a very popular Twitter account made a post about it, and it went viral, started getting some hype. What do we know about social media hype now, guys? I mean, times have changed over the last couple of years, right? The last 2-3 years, especially in my opinion, my experience, you know, times have changed. Social media has more of an influence on stocks now than it did 3-4 years ago, from what I see, right? This year alone, social media has such a huge influence on how stocks move, right? So that being said, we have some social media sentiment on WTRH, right? We have the hype of the next short squeeze. So not only does this stock have momentum, number one, we can play into that momentum. We have traders thinking short squeeze. What do we know when traders think short squeeze? They just want to buy. And we have some social media sentiment as well. So that being said, I mean, I think WTRH still has some good potential, right? I do think it does. Right now, support's at 177. That's going to be off yesterday's resistance before the breakout. We can see we held it here beautifully in pre-markets. And we have that $2 resistance, right? So we got 177 support. We have $2 resistance. We need to break 2 to get back up to that 218. 218 is a key level, but that's 10% away. So, hey, there's still opportunity, even though it's only 20 cents to the upside. Then we have room to 240, and then we have room up to like 265 here on WTRH. So right now, I like it for those reasons. I think it has great potential. 177 support, breaking over 2. We got room to 220, 240, and then 265. Definitely one of the top stocks I think we should be watching right out of the gates. All right. Then we have CRTX. Right. This was my trade this morning. Break even. I was up like 110, 120 bucks. I was looking for a bigger move up, right? Just off the dead cat bounce. When these start moving, they start moving. And we had some good volume throughout there, right? We had some really nice volume. It was looking really good. I was like, I don't have any reason to sell it. At that point in time, I had no reason to sell it. I saw that little doji come in. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and lock it up here for like 70, 80 bucks, right? Small green trade to start my day, 70, 80 bucks, right? And then it flushed within maybe a blink of an eye, right? 5 seconds, whoop, just flushed on out. So I went ahead and got out for an $8 profit, break-even trade. I still think CRTX has some great potential. So what's going on with this stock, right? They failed their drug trials. The shares plunged 77% because they failed their drug trials. Now we have price targets going to $75 from $150, right? Price targets going to $30 to $96, right? So we have new price targets now coming in at 96, 30, 75, no longer $150. They failed their drug trials. But here's the thing. CRTX has some great analysts looking at this stock, which I really do like, right? You do have an analyst at JPM Securities. You have an HC Wainwright analyst, Andrew, who has a very strong ranking. He's reiterating his $30 price target. We do have $96 price targets. Overall, I do see the potential here with CRTX for maybe like a short-term swing trade, or maybe just trying to scale in on this very nasty dip and look for some good things with CRTX in this company in the future, especially as we've seen that this stock has been growing nicely over the years, right? We can see nice growth out of this. Yes, something bad happened. They failed their drug trials. That doesn't mean they're done. That doesn't mean they quit. They keep going. They get back on the horse and they keep trying, right? We could definitely see CRTX make a reversal, make a move up long term. But I'm talking today, short term here as a day trade, right? What do we have? A possible dead cat bounce, right? What's a dead cat bounce? It's exactly this. When a stock has really bad news and it dumps 60, 70, 80% and it bounces, has a nice big green day. So we're looking for a dead cat bounce here on CRTX. Really want to see this stock staying above like that 1750. Again, I think we have room back up to 20. We have room to like 2150, 23, 2740. These levels are coming from the daily chart. All these prior lows that you see, we could definitely see CRTX have a nice, slow, steady grind to the upside. I really do like CRTX for the dead cat bounce. So again, definitely a top stock that we should be watching for a day trade. Again, 17 to 1750 support. We have room to $20.45, 22. Then we could see 23.40 and 27.40 there on CRTX. And I'm even thinking just maybe grabbing, $500 and throwing it in here and maybe seeing if this is something worth a higher risk investment, right? So I have multiple portfolios, right? And I suggest everybody have multiple portfolios as well. You got your day trading portfolio. You can, you got your own options account. You got a futures account, right? You have a swing trading account, right? Swing trading options account, swing trading equities account, right? I separate everything, right? I really believe that you need to separate everything because swing trading equities and swing trading options, you have different risk tolerance and different ways to trade, right? So I wouldn't, trade both of those approaches in one account. I would separate those accounts. So what I'm getting at is I have multiple portfolios as well. Got a crypto portfolio. I have an equities portfolio. I have a dividend portfolio, right? I have a growth, and then I have a high risk portfolio as well. So again, I do take higher risk, more, just riskier, investments, right? They're riskier. They're not solid, slow, steady growers like the Apples of the world, like the Amazons, like the Googles, like the Microsofts, right? These are a little bit more risky. These are a little bit more volatile stocks, right? They can definitely have bigger returns a lot quicker, but you can take on a lot more risk as well. So I have a different way that I allocate funds into these higher risk stocks, right? It's not the same way that I invest in my big stocks like the Apples, the Snapchats, right? Things like that. So that being said, this may be something that I just take $500, put it in there, and see in the future good things come about with CRTX. Just looking at the chart, it had great upside potential, right? They had some negative news. It's down 80%, 70%. Basically, it's on a 70% discount the way I look at it. Is it worth risking $500 to see if it ever recovers? Yeah, I think it is, right? Because it's a cheap deal, right? It's down 70%. Get 70% off. Am I willing to pay $500, $1,000 to see what this does over the next couple of years? I think so. Definitely on my long-term risky account. So with that being said, I'm thinking about, maybe grabbing maybe like 100 shares today, 50 shares of it just for shits and giggles, right? Just to have fun. If it ever goes back to $100 in 2 years, it's worth the investment. It's worth the risk, in my opinion. And we could see that at one point in time, it was at 121. So if it ever gets back to retest those all-time highs, from today in say 2 years, that's a $500 investment to potentially a $5,000 investment. Is that worth the risk for a year or 2 years down the road just to go ahead and throw $500 into something? I think so, right? I think so. So again, that's what I'm going to do. We have a great opportunity for a great day trade, right? Great opportunity for a great day trade off a dead cat bounce, but also something I think may have some great opportunity for like maybe a riskier portfolio if you guys have one of those, okay? So CRTX, definitely like that one. REDU. I still have some hope for REDU. I was talking about REDU with you guys yesterday. I said, you know what? We had a big green day on Monday. It's not the red candle that you want to see for a mid-candle breakout, but I still think this has a lot of great potential, right? We'll go back. We'll get the recording from yesterday. I'll chop it out, and I'll post it for you guys if you do not believe me. I'm kidding. No, we were talking about this one. I'm like, you know what? I definitely think this has a lot of great potential, tomorrow to hit 216, right? I like the big green day. Not a fan of how we closed out for a mid-candle, but it still shows the strength and the potential as long as it doesn't lose $1. And what happened? We never lost $1, right? We came down and bounced at 97 cents, but we regained it beautifully, and we closed at 126. And then this morning, shocking, right? Would we say coincidence? I would say coincidence, right? REDU drops a press release, and then boom, where did it go? 216. So, that being said, I still think REDU has great potential. I really want to see this staying above 136. Absolutely above 136. Really want to see it getting back above 150. And once it's back above 150, guys, which it's trying right now, but I want to really see it above 150. I think it has a lot of room back up to that 184, right? Retesting Monday's high on the daily chart. Back up to those pre-market highs around 216 to 219. And then my top target today on REDU is $3. Right, so my top target today on REDU is going to be $3. right? Right now, support's at 136. If it cracks below 136, it could come back down and bounce off $1. But honestly, if it comes back down to $1, it probably won't get that break, that rip and run. I really want to see this higher low form. I want to see this volume hold this stock up, ideally above 150. But right now, support is at 135 to 136. Really want to see that level hold on up. And if it can, and we can get back above 150 and hold that, I think we have a lot of great potential to 184, to that 216, 219 area, and then all the way up towards around $3 there on REDU. And then we have KAVL. This is my favorite stock. I love the technicals, and it has really good news as well, right? So they requested FDA reconsideration. So the shares are trading higher after the company announced the FDA issued an administrative stay on their vapor marketing denial order, all right? So we got some great news on KAVL, and I really love these technicals, guys. Look at the technicals on this stock, right? Look at this big gap. You know, back on September 14th, it was at 448, closed. Next day, it opened below 3, left this big gap. Gaps like to be filled, right? Gaps love to be filled. So what I'm looking at is for this stock today to fill this gap, right? Here is support for the gap. You have right around 260 to 285 support, right? You have that spiking high from the 19th of this month. You got the 200 SMA, and you have the resistance after it gapped down right around 285, right? So between that 260 to 285, that's the best level of support. We have room back up to these pre-market highs, and those pre-market highs, coincident enough? It's not a coincidence, guys. But it hit that high right there at 365, that spiking high on the daily chart back in February. That's exactly where we went to here in pre-market. So what I'm looking is for this stock to hold 260 to 285, at least run back up to 383. And if this thing breaks over that 383, that pre-market high, this has room to fill the gap at 448, right? And if it's really, really, really strong on KAVL, we could see 5 and then 540. But I'm not going to be greedy and hold this until 550, right? If we get our confirmation and we get an entry on the stock, first target is pre-market highs. Second target is going to be the gap fill at 450, and that's where I'm looking to get out of the stock. That's a big move. That's a great move. That's potentially $1.50 to the upside. There's definitely great potential here with KAVL. Not only the technicals looking very, very appealing, right? But also the news being very, very appealing as well. All right, so these are the top stocks that I think we should focus on for today, right? I'm going to brush through these other stocks real quick so you can add them to your watch list. If there's any support and resistance that I've drawn up, you can mark up these levels as well. These are not stocks we're watching right out of the gate, right? We're watching KAVL right out of the gate. We're watching REDU right out of the gate. CRTX and WTRH right out of the gate. These other stocks are more back burner stocks, sleeper plays that have potential that you need to have on your watch list. And if they start moving, right, they're already on the watch list. We know that they're credible enough, right? At least they have some credibility to be on the watch list in the first place. So if we start to see these stocks moving on up, we already know why they're moving on up and we're prepared, ready to go. So those stocks are going to be GNUS, right? I know GNUS was just unhalted, right? Positive news, but there's no reaction to that right now, right? We don't really have any kind of reaction right now here on GNUS, right? So I do want to keep GNUS on watch though, right? I definitely want to see if it has potential to move. 170 support, $2 resistance. Breaking over $2, guys, GNUS can see 245. FTFT, all right? FTFT, they plan on building a crypto mining farm. No terms were disclosed. This stock really isn't doing all that much. I really don't think it's going to be the best of the best intraday stock to watch, even as a back burner. But I do think this is a stock that we add to our crypto-related stock watch list and still keep this on watch as crypto moves. Maybe this one moves. So FTFT, right? They're reporting plans to build crypto mining farm, right? They haven't built the farm. They're planning on building the farm, and they did not disclose any terms. So right now, I don't think this stock's really going to do all that much, but I do think it's a good stock to add to the crypto-related stock watch list, all right? My favorite back burner sleeper play stock is XELA, right? We're going through the back burners right now, right? If I had to choose my favorite, it's XELA. Why is that? The potential mid-candle breakout formation. As long as this stock stays above 175 to 180, this stock has great potential to break yesterday's close at 192. A break over 192 here on XELA is where I expect to see a lot of volume move in and for this stock to rip up towards around 212. If it breaks over 212, we have room for this stock to get up towards around 224. And then we have some potential up towards around $2.40 here on XELA. I like this one a lot. I like the mid-candle possibility. It's a momentum play from Monday as well. Back burner sleeper play. And this is my favorite back burner sleeper play at this point in time. So KABL is going up on my back burner charts. No, not KABL. Come on, Josh. XELA. Jesus. XELA. Right? Definitely going to be watching this one right out of the gate, guys. Okay? Not right out of the gate. Right? We know we're right out of the gate stocks. My bad. Right? This is going to be one of those out of the gate back burner plays that we need to keep on watch. Okay? And if it starts moving on up, we know exactly what we're looking for. 175 to 180 support. Breaking over 192. That's where I want to make my entries. That's where I expect to see a lot of volume move in. Boom. Quick spike to 212, 224, maybe even 240. They're on XELA. ITP. All right. ITP, another stock that was moving last night, but right now this stock is doing absolutely nothing. Let's clean that noise up. DGLY. DGLY awarded notable order for in-car and body-worn cameras. That was on the 20th, right? So that was on the 20th. On the 26th, it spikes because traders circulate this play because of LIDR. So DGLY shares spike to session high as traders circulate stock as a play on LIDAR, LIDAR, right? And that was one that was moving yesterday, LIDR. So we had some sympathy with DGLY. DGLY was moving around a little bit from 120 up to that 176. DGLY is a former mover, right? It's moved from around $1 to $7 in the past. It is a former runner, former spiker. I do like DGLY. I think DGLY could see some hype today. It's a former runner. I'd like to see DGLY staying above that 125, right? Not only is it yesterday's high, it's the 50 SMA. We have some daily support right around that 125 to 128 as well. So, as long as DGLY stays above that level, it has a lot of room back up to 171, guys. And that's going to be your target, in my opinion. That's your target because that's right at that 200-day moving average. So with that being said, I think we have a top target of around 171 to 176, retesting that pre-market high. But before that, we have a little bit of resistance right around the 150 to 158. So as long as one can hold above that 125 to 130 on DGLY, I think this one has a lot of great potential back up to 160 and 170. Again, this is a back burner sleeper play that has a lot of good potential. And those are your levels, guys. You start to see that level holding on up. It's bouncing. You see volume. It looks good. You can take an entry. If it comes below that level, that's where you stop out. If it rips up the 160, you go ahead and lock in some profits, right? FAMI is another stock that had been moving a few weeks back, getting some action again today here on FAMI. So FAMI has room all the way up to that 200 SMA. But first, we've got to clear 52 cents here on FAMI. And yesterday's spiking high was right around 37 cents. So FAMI has support at 37 to 38 cents. If FAMI holds that level, it has room to 52. If it ever breaks over 52, you could see 60. You could see 65 and then 72 cents there on FAMI. So I know someone said they're in FAMI. All right, I'm not sure where you're in at. But if you're in, I'd be putting stops at 35 to 36 cents, right? 35 to 36 cents. And I'd be looking to see if this stock can actually hold on up and actually make these moves. And now you have targets as far as where you can trim some profit. Trim some at 52, 59, 65, and get out at 72 cents. That's a great trade. That's great profit on a stock like FAMI. If it comes back down below and hits at 35, I doubt it's going to do anything. It'll probably still fade and fall a little bit, okay? So FAMI has potential. Again, nothing too hot right now to where I want to put 100% of our focus on it. but I still do think there is some great potential here on FAMI. GHSI is another one. GHSI, support at 143, room back to 2, room back to 240. CXDC, I'm taking that one off. I don't really see a lot of hype there. BIMI and IINN, guys, they're on the watch list for today. All right, they are on the watch list for the day, but I honestly think IINN and BIMI, if they start to move, they're going to move tomorrow. And that's just my honest opinion. If they move, I think they're going to move tomorrow, right? Especially IINN, right? Especially IINN. If this one's going to move, I think it'll move tomorrow. Now, BIMI could move today. Why is that? Because it's coming back down to $1. Right, it's coming back down to $1. Stocks love to bounce at $1. And we could see a nice little dollar bounce back up to 130. That's 30%, guys. All right, there's definitely opportunity to nail a $1 bounce here on BIMI for a run up towards around 134. All right, another back burner play. And then CXDC. Right? Oh, no, CXDC was the one we took off watch. You know, so right now, CXDC is the #1 gainer. Right? CXDC is the #1 gainer. Shares are trading higher, not seeing any company-specific news on CXDC, but again, it is the #1 gainer with the most amount of volume. So with that being said, you know, let's keep it on watch. You know, I'm not really crazy about the price action, but let's do this. Over $1, guys, right? As long as it doesn't drop below $1. CXDC, right? CXDC, the no news play that's up 96%, trading 44 million shares. As long as the stock holds above $1, technically, we do have room back up towards around 135. That's a decent little profit. We could see it at 160, and we could see it at 180, and then potentially $2. Let's watch CXDC. All right, let's go ahead and let's definitely watch CXDC. All right, so we'll watch that one as well. So CXDC, a little bit of a back burner play that has some potential. XELA, my favorite back burner play. And then what was the other good one that I really liked? Was it DGLY? No, yeah, it was DGLY. I do like DGLY. That one has some great potential. But I want to look at CETX real quick. CETX again real quick. What's 845? Smart Desk launches new Smart Desk Connect D with greater compatibility, including the new Apple M1 chip laptop. This was a mover as well. I remember CETX was moving a little bit over the past couple of days when everything else was getting hyped up as well. So what we're really looking for here, guys, is for this stock to get above 150 and hold, right? If this stock can get above 150 and hold, right, that 200 SMA, it has some great potential to get back up towards around 182 and then potentially $2 there on CETX. So right now, the top 3 back burner plays in my opinion, right? Back burner plays, right? Let's watch CETX, the #1 back burner play. Over 150, room to 180 and 2. Then we also have XELA, another great one I like as well. XELA over 192. That's where I expect to see a lot of volume move in up towards around that 212 level and then 224. And then the third back burner play is going to be CXDC. $1 bounce, room to 135, 160, 176, and then $2 on CXDC. Top 3 back burner plays. Top stocks that I'm watching right out of the gate that I think have some good potential for some quick movement. KAVL, REDU looks really good as well, guys. I like REDU a lot. CRTX, I like CRTX a lot too. And then WTRH. Those 4 stocks are my top 4 stocks that I'm watching right out of the gate, as I think they have some good potential to move around a little bit. But again, that's where I'm at. CETX has some news. Yes, CETX, we just talked about that one. CETX has news. CETX, right? Has news, right? The Smart Desk launches new Smart Desk Connect, but CXDC, right? CXDC doesn't have any news. All right, so, and that's the #1 gainer right now. So, recap one last time. My top 3 back burner plays that have great potential, right? These are sleeper plays that can blow on up. You got XELA, CXDC, and CETX, all right? Now, I think there's other stocks that have better potential right out of the gate. And these are the stocks that I want to watch right out of the gate that I think have some phenomenal potential. KAVL, Oh yeah. REDU? Oh yeah. CRTX and WTRH. Sound good, guys? I'm liking it. I'm loving it. We're prepared. We're ready to go. Let's go ahead and have some fun, guys. Let's go ahead and make that. We retract. Let's make great trades, and that money will come. I also want to watch CPNG for options today, guys. CPNG and Tesla, right? CPNG and Tesla are the two large cap stocks for options. Not like large cap stocks, but these are going to be my option plays for the day. Tesla and possibly CPNG. But honestly, we have some hype and some action with penny stocks and small caps. That's where my focus is, guys. That's where my focus is. Right now, out of the gate, I'm watching REDU. I actually like this right out of the gate here on REDU. Let's go. 2 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we are live. We are live. You guys want the scanners? My bad. Here are your beautiful scanners, guys. You guys are all set, ready to rock. We've got to go to a 1-minute chart, Joshua Poo. I think REDU has great potential. I think this one's underrated. I do want to keep this one on high watch. Especially if it holds above that 132, guys. I do want to see if REDU has some potential to, squeeze here a little bit. So REDU is a stock that I'm definitely keeping on high watch here, team. All right? Definitely one of these stocks I'm watching on high watch, and that's REDU. All right? KAVL is a great one as well, as long as it's above 260 and 285. As long as it stays above 260 to 285. It's got a lot of great potential here, guys, on KAVL. A lot of great potential on KAVL. You're getting your dollar bounce on CXDC. So you got a nice, it's up about 9-10%. Quick little bounce there on CXDC, guys, if you were looking at that for the dollar bounce. CRTX is that dead cat bounce. As long as it's above 1730, CRTX has a lot of phenomenal potential as well. Right now, what's getting that initial pop out of the gate? Is there anything that just has that initial pop right out of the gates? Not really, right? Not really. Nothing with that, just that quick pop out of the gate. Right? Nothing with that just quick pop out of the gate. So the only thing right now is that CXDC, guys. That's up 20% from the entry. Remember that dollar bounce, the whole dollar bounce? CXDC? It just bounced to 120, guys. WBX, big gap up, nasty red day. I don't see why this stock would really do all that much. I mean, it looks really, really gross, honestly. Don't forget about XELA for the mid-candle breakout, guys. Don't forget about XELA for the mid-candle breakout. As far as WBX, I mean, it looks like it still has room to fall back to like 15 bucks. Looks like it has room to fall to $15 on WBX. Right now, just a really nasty, red day yesterday on WBX, I mean, it has some support down towards around like 1422. You may see it bounce at 1422, but right now it definitely doesn't look like it has any life to it. CXDC halted. Well, I hope somebody grabbed CXDC off that dollar bounce. It was a good little bounce off a dollar. CETX, nothing right now. GNUS, nothing. Obviously, it's halted. KAVL. KAVL, you dirty little dog. All right. That was the spiking high in the 200 SMA, so we'll still keep it on watch right around that 200. See if it can get back above here on KAVL. This one does have a lot of good potential. XELA. Again, XELA breaking 192. That's where I expect to see a lot of volume move in for this mid-candle breakout, guys. So I have my finger on the trigger with XELA, and if I start to see some nice print action there on that time in sales, and it looks like we're starting to ramp up with momentum like that. That was a great print. 20, 30,000 shares. I'm going in on XELA. I'm looking for that pop over that 192. Just based on what I saw there, guys. I mean, you had 50, 60, 70,000 print. I like that kind of price action. So let's see if XELA gets that nice little pop over 192, and that's where a lot of great volume could definitely move on in. Right now, I put my stops at 185, so I'll risk 5 cents on the trade. Right, it's very low risk. Stops are at 185. I'm looking for the break over 192. And if it breaks 192, it has a lot of great potential, like to 203, and then 212 is one of the main targets there over on XELA, and this is really just a mid-candle breakout possibility. Again, once it breaks 192, that's that key level that I expect to see a lot of good volume move in here on XELA off the potential mid-candle breakout. So again, I'm willing to risk that 5 cents to get 20, right? Willing to risk 5 cents to get potentially 20. Do I still like REDU at over 2 by the end of the week? Well, yesterday REDU was, I thought it had a lot of great potential to get to that 216, and that's exactly where we went. So what I would say with REDU, right? What I would say with REDU is, if we can hold above that 125 level, right? If we can hold above yesterday's close, right? If we can hold above yesterday's close, we could bounce. Right? We could bounce, maybe see a red to green move here intraday, right? A red to green move here intraday. And then we could see it back up to like 150, 184, and then 219 to fill the gap. Absolutely. 100%, I think so. Absolutely 100%, I think so. REDU at over 2. And it was already over 2, So again, it's got to hold 125. We got to see an intraday red to green move. That's going to pop it back over 140, 150. Then we have room to 184, and then that 219 level there over on REDU. CXDC still halted, guys. This one was halted at 932.28. 932.28 was the halt time on CXDC. So that'll be 937.28. You got about 30 seconds to go here. CETX. Over 145 and 150, guys. Over 145 and 150. This one has some nice room up towards around 182. So you got CXDC's live. CXDC's live. Nice little pop off $1, guys. If anybody grabs CXDC, you guys are doing great. You guys are crushing it. Right now it's at 140. It's got room to 160 next. That stock is taking on off. Taking on off. Loving it. Man, oh man. Nice little dollar bounce there. And again, REDU. I know some of you guys were watching REDU. Again, 125 support. If you start to see that round bottom forming, right around that 125 support, we could see this nice little intraday red to green move, and then we could definitely start to see this re-break some key daily levels to get that pop back up towards around 184, and then again that 216 there over on RED to the U. RED to the U. CXDC right now supports at 135. CETX, again, it's got to break that 150 first. KAVL, I'm losing my interest big time, right? I really don't have any interest in the stock anymore, right? I mean, this one's cracking below every single level. That's getting ready to come off the watch list. XELA, if it does not break 192, 193 here within the next probably 5 minutes, I'll exit this position. If it cracks below the VWAP and it cracks below that 186, 187 level, I'm out because it's probably not going to pop off the red to green move. If it doesn't start breaking here in the next couple of minutes, it's probably not going to be a good mid-candle breakout. I know I just said red to green move. My bad. I meant mid-candle breakout. All right, so if it doesn't start breaking that 192 to 193 here very, very soon, probably going to walk away from this one because it's probably not going to do it. It's just probably not going to make that move, right? REDU. Again, we talked about REDU. It needed to really stay above that 125. So, CRTX, still looking for that dead cat bounce. Over 1730, it still has some good potential. DGLY is not really doing all that much. FAMI, not really doing anything. GHSI is trying to get some juice to it. So if you guys are looking at GHSI, if you guys are in potentially GHSI, this one has room to 2 and then 217. All right. WTRH, not really doing all that much right now either. BIMI, not really doing all that much. IINN, again, this is going to be a good one for tomorrow over on IINN. All right. They announced binding LOI to acquire European agriculture. Okay, so there is some news here on this stock, but Jesus, like, okay, let's keep squeezing it up. I mean, man, this stock just like, woof. This is a rough one. So if you guys are looking at AGRI, room to 4, room to 5 as well here on AGRI. All right, so we can keep that one on watch as well. AGRI. So again, what I'm watching is CXDC to hold the halt level. To hold that area in which we got halted, that's where I'm looking to see CXDC stay above. Really want to see this breaking 135. Really want to start to see this break 135 here coming on up on CXDC. In CETX, there's nothing there. KAVL, there's nothing there. XELA, really nothing there right now unless it just starts breaking that 192, 193. If it starts breaking 188, 187, I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to get out. I'm not really liking the price action. Good timing. I got out for a 3-cent loss. So, you know, it was worth giving it a go, but it wasn't breaking the way I thought it was going to break. So again, just go ahead and cut it. If it sets up, it sets up, right? If not, no biggie. You can always get right back in. It's a slow start to the morning, right? It's definitely a slow-ish start to the morning. Still looking just for some really good, nice setups. Again, we're only about 12 minutes in. Only one trade. XELA for the potential mid-candle breakout. Just never got it. So go ahead and just cut that for a quick $37 loss. If it starts retrying to break, I mean, I might jump back in. But honestly, you know, if it was going to pop, it should have popped, you know, within the first 5 minutes. So BIMI is right there at $1 as well. So again, if you guys are on AGRI breaking over the highs, I mean, room to 4 and then room to 5. So again, room to 4 and room to 5. It is a very slow morning for small caps, right? It's pretty slow. Not gonna lie, there's not a lot of stocks really just ripping and running. I mean, the only one is CXDC up 50%, guys. The only one is CXDC off that dollar bounce. Came down to $1, beautifully bounced. It's halted again. Again, 160, 170, and then potentially $2. They're on CXDC. Again, once again halted. So right now, CXDC is that number one stock that we got to keep on watch. You know, AGRI, not a fan of the price action. CETX, really don't see any hope for it. XELA, I mean, it could still move. We'll just still keep it on watch as a back burner. KAVL could definitely still move as well. CRTX, if this one was going to start bouncing, I honestly would have expected to see it bounce out of the gate. When you see a dead cat bounce, usually you get that first initial 5 minutes and it's green, and then you see that momentum carry it higher. So when you see a stock gapping down and you're looking for a dead cat bounce and you see it struggling to even bounce and it's more in that intraday downtrend, it's probably still going to fade and fall. You probably won't see the dead cat bounce today, but CRTX is definitely something that we should keep on watch for a dead cat bounce, maybe Friday or early next week. Again, you could still get a dead cat bounce 3 days in, 4 days into the drop, right? It doesn't have to happen on day one. You can see it drop, level, and then bounce off a dead cat bounce. So CRTX needs to be placed on a prior day mover list, and we do need to still keep this one on watch. But as far as today, I don't see the opportunity. DGLY and FAMI are just not moving enough. GHSI is just not moving enough. WTRH is trying to move here a bit. And then REDU back above 125. So I'm watching REDU here for a potential red to green move on REDU. This one has room back up to like 140, 150 on REDU. So yeah, I'm watching CXDC, yeah? CXDC and REDU and WTRH are my top stocks that I'm watching. So again, CXDC. KAVL is one as well. REDU for this possible reversal. Right? For this possible reversal here. I mean, stops could be literally at 122. You're getting that higher low back above the 125. You're starting to see that nice little W print on the RSI. You're also seeing a little bit of volume move in as well. And you got that 125 support off of yesterday's close. So, I mean, there's a couple reasons why this could be a good level that we see REDU reverse off of. And again, it has room to 142 there on REDU. So this is not like a go-to trade, right? Because this is something that I feel like it would take a while. But I'm seeing that bid print, you know, 100,000 shares at 129. You're starting to see some action start to move on in. Definitely looking like we could see a possible reversal here back up to the 140, 141 area for a maybe little, you know, red to green move. This is not my go-to scalping trade, right? As far as get in, get out quick. This is something that I think would take a little bit of time to work out. So I just went about 1,250 shares, right? 1,200 shares, because this is something that I'm probably gonna have to hold for a little bit. I'm gonna actually be patient with it. But again, REDU was one on watch Monday. We were watching it yesterday, and I still think it has good potential for today. Not only because of that momentum, right? We can still see some momentum, but we also have some news today as well with REDU. So again, I jumped in at 130 there, as you guys can see. And then right now, I will place my stops, you know, below the low a day, or maybe back down below that 125. And I want to start to see this build up, continue to have this volume really pour in like we see. And I really want to see a red to green move over 142. I really like to see a red to green move over 142 here. And then we could see that up towards around 184. And that's going to be one of my main targets. Probably up towards around 184 here on REDU. CXDC is still halted at 153. That one has room to 150. And then room to 176. Again, right now, the only one that I'm in on is REDU. Small little loss on XELA for the potential mid-candle breakout. XELA is just struggling. Went ahead and cut that. Walked away. CRTX was a winner. Again, it was a very small one. I didn't get out quick enough in pre-market. And right now, this is like the one main trend that I have going on is going to be REDU. I think I'm just looking for that volume to continue to move on in. Get some action. Possible red to green move. Up over 150. It does have some room up into the 180s. How about FAMI? So CXDC is now live, guys. CXDC is now live. FAMI, you know, it has room to 52 cents. So let's just break it down, support resistance, right? 40-cent support. 40 cents is, you know, light support right now over on FAMI, okay? Has room to 50 cents. So right now, you know, you could say, hey, I could risk 2 to 3 cents on FAMI, maybe get 8 cents out of it, up to 50, maybe even 52. You know, I'm not crazy about it. I'm not crazy about it, but it does have some potential. It does have some potential there on FAMI. Up towards around 50 and then 52 cents. Good job, Cole. Getting it with a $90 profit on CXDC. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, BXRX is moving on up. BXRX. You know, it's moving on up, but there's no news on it. Let's go ahead and clear that drawing set out. Let's clear it. Yeah, nice little double bottom on the daily. So, I mean, what we can really see is maybe it's just like a daily bounce. I mean, it's coming down and bouncing off 50 cents, coming back, putting in some nice market structure. Now we're just seeing it move on up here a little bit on BXRX. But again, there's no news. It's just more technicals than anything. You know, BXRX is right at resistance at 64 cents. But we do have room to get to 71. And support right now would be right around that 50 SMA. I would put it at 59 cents. So, you know, you got 59 cent support here on BXRX. You're right at 64 cent resistance. But over 64 cents, you have room to 71 there on BXRX. XELA, if this one cracks below 186 or 185, it's coming off our watch list. It is on the slower side, right? It definitely is a little bit on the slower side right now with small caps. Now, CXDC, I mean, again, that was a nice little 60% bounce there off $1. Absolutely amazing. Cole getting it with 90 bucks, just crushing it. This one still has room to 2, and support right now is back down at 150. KAVL, I think she's done for, guys. KAVL, we can take that off the watch list. We can definitely take KAVL off the watch list, guys. XELA, I don't think it's going to happen. XELA can come off the watch list as well. So right now, you know, we're just being patient. You know, we're cleaning the watch list. We're cleaning it, right? We got some good stocks, some good opportunities, right? I'm in REDU. Looks like it has some potential here. I got CXDC. That's been just grinding on up, doing pretty well. I'm looking for REDU to get that break over that 140, 150 if it can. Only popped up about 4 to 5 cents here. DGLY is just doing nothing. FAMI, I'm not too crazy about it. GHSI isn't really moving, guys. WTRH, nothing. IINN, nothing. So very slow with small caps. Very, very slow. We got to be very patient, guys. It's okay to sit on your hands. You know that, right? Sometimes it's okay to sit on your hands. Sometimes it's okay to not trade, right? Maybe the opportunity's at 3 o'clock. Why waste your trades now? Right? Let's say you're on a margin account. You got the PDT rule. You got 3 trades, right? Why would you want to waste it now, right? And then be mad if we see stocks ripping in power hour. Like, why do I want to sit here and take trades, right? And maybe dig myself a hole, right? Just to have to get myself out of the hole in power hour if power hour's hot. I'd rather just sit back on my hands, right? The only thing right now that I see that I like is REDU. If I get stopped out, it's not like I'm going to take another trade. I don't see anything else right now. It's way too slow for me. Way too slow for me. I need volatility. I need quick moving stocks. Right now, there's no volatility. There is no quick moving stocks. I mean, the only one is CXDC. That's the exception. CXDC is the exception. And again, I'm just in on the REDU trade. And honestly, right now, looking at the chart, I'm going to go risk-free on it, right? Like, I'm going to put myself in position to go risk-free. So I'm going to put a stop right around like 128 to 129. very close to a risk-free position there. CXDC is now halted to the downside. Jeez. Some choppiness, some craziness, some inconsistency, some very slow movers. Maybe we get some hype maybe in the next 6 minutes around 10 o'clock. If not, guys, today's a day of just kind of really sitting on those hands. Seriously, sit on your hands and be patient. No, don't force anything. What are you guys looking at? Is there anything that you're looking at that I'm not looking at? All right, anything right now at this point in time that you guys are looking at that I'm not looking at, right? We're getting ready to shift our attention over onto some of these larger cap plays. All right, maybe look at our swing trade watch list, look at our dividend watch list, our long-term hold watch list, some options, indexes, kind of just take this time to, just review the overall market where we're at, maybe some of our long-term stocks, swing trades, all that great stuff. I like Tesla right here. I do like Tesla right now. Nice little bottom. It's probably going to bounce here, back up to 1060. So if you guys like Tesla, that's a solid bottom for a bounce. A solid bottom for a bounce there on Tesla. Yeah, BLNK is moving slow. Every small cap stock, every penny stock right now is moving way too slow for my liking. You know what I mean? Way too slow for my liking. So, if REDU doesn't break over 135 here and start pushing the 140s, I'm just going to walk away from it, guys. Like, I'm not a fan of holding. I'll take my $43 and, call it a day. Because just right now, team, it's just, woo-wee. It's rough. But I'll give it a chance here over 135 here on REDU. I'll give it a chance here over 135. See if it can break it. Again, what are your thoughts on GNUS? Well, GNUS is still halted. Now, GNUS, there's a lot of anticipation behind this, right? Tons and tons and tons of anticipation behind this stock. Big day yesterday. Not a big day yesterday. Big day Monday. Doji yesterday. I mean, just here's my my thoughts on GNUS. There's a lot of hype around this. This is one of those hype stocks, number one. A lot of hype around it. It's halted right now pending news, right? Obviously, we're expecting to see some positive news. Once this goes live, knowing that the stock has hype, knowing the stock has ripped and ran in the past to $11 from around 50 cents, I think GNUS has some really good excitement. Right? So right now it's halted, pending news. But I do think that GNUS, once it goes live, this thing could really start taking on off. So right now, that's kind of what we're waiting for, is just GNUS to go live. We could see it up towards around 225, 250. We could see it up towards around $3, right? We can see it up towards around $4. So again, we just got to wait for the stock to go live. We see the potential. We see that this stock could absolutely take on off, right? We have support at 171, right? We have support at that 200-day moving average. If it holds that and breaks 250, 3, and potentially even $4 here on GNUS. But now it's a game of patience, just waiting for this stock to go live. Giving it a few more seconds here on REDU, just a few. Doesn't really have that movement, that price action. It doesn't really look phenomenal. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm 50-50 with it. We got a big buyer, a couple big buyers right there at 133. I mean, a lot of big buyers. Wow. Did you guys see that rug pull? What happened there? That was that was weird. Okay. I'm going to wait to see if it bounces back up a little bit. That was the world's craziest rug pull. Can you smell manipulation? And break even. I'll get out of that. That was stupid. That was nuts, dude. Literally, there was no indication of that whatsoever. Here's the other thing, too, that's pretty wild. Is at that point in time, there were about 200,000 shares on the bid. Right? Maybe those 200,000 shares went away and it just dropped at 135. And literally, I blinked my eye and it was at 120. I just literally blinked my eye at 120. That's nuts. But what did I do? I got out. Did I panic and sell at 120? No, because what do I know? When a stock does that, it typically bounces back up just a little bit, right? And I know I still had a nice cost basis at 130. It went to 135 and it dumped. I didn't get scared, right? I waited for the stock to bounce back up. So I took a 3-cent loss. Instead of taking a 10-cent loss, I was patient and I let it bounce back up closer to my entry. I could have got out at break even, right? It could continue to rip and run. Who knows? All I know is I went ahead and got out and did the right thing. I'm not liking anything in the market right now. Not liking the movement, not liking the price action. Honestly, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. This market sucks. Today, right now, this Wednesday, this market's garbage. So that being said, guys, we sit on these hands right now. Hands are being set on. That's it. We're sitting on the hands. All right? You know, right now there's nothing. Yeah, CXDC, nasty rug pull. REDU, rug pull, right? Just nasty. You got DGLY still looking iffy. FAMI, I don't think it's worth your time. It's slow. GHSI, you know, this one's trying to move around a little bit. You know, GHSI over 2, it has room to 217. So maybe 10% out of it. Support right now on GHSI is going to be right there at 172. So I would say out of every stock that's moving, right now GHSI above 170 has room to break 2 up to 217. So right now, team, I'm sitting on my hands. I really am. I'm sitting on my hands. So ladies and gentlemen, over on YouTube, have a great rest of your day. Trade safe, trade smart. You know, obviously we've been doing this for about 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes start of the day. It's slow, guys. It's slow. It's okay to sit on your hands. You know that, right? It's okay to not trade. You don't have to trade. It's okay to walk away with a $60 loss. Like, it's okay, right? I'd rather walk away with a $60 loss than a $600 loss, right? So right now, today, me as an experienced trader, I'm sitting on my hands. I'm sitting on my hands. I am not trading. It's okay to not trade. And a lot of people say, no, you got to trade. No, you don't have to, right? Sit on your hands, be patient. The market's not hot, right? Wait to see if the market heats up around 11. Maybe it heats up around lunch. Maybe it heats up in power hour. Maybe it's a slow, dead day. Sit on your hands all day, but wait for some movement. Wait for some volume. Wait for some activity to come into the market. Look for a good setup, right? Put the probabilities in your favor, attack, and make consistent profits, all right? So enjoy the rest of your day. Happy and safe trading. And like always, if you want to check us out, if you want to join the team, again, you can check us out, alphadaytrading.com. We have a new platform coming in about 30 days. Right now, we're still on our current platform that we built, but we do have a new platform coming here very soon, so I'm very excited about that, guys. So with that being said, prices are locked in right now. As soon as the new platform is released, there's going to be 10 times more value in education, so prices are going to go up. Everybody's grandfathered in. You're locked in. I don't want to be like that guy like, oh, you keep raising your prices. Well, as we continue to spend money and push money into the platform, into the community, you know, things do have to offset, right? This is me being upfront. I don't have to tell you this stuff. Right now it's locked in, but when this new platform is released, there's going to be 10 times more amounts of value inside the Alpha Day Trading community, and the prices will go up. So if you want to join the team, you know, might as well join the team before the platform's released in the next 30 days and before our marketing team starts raising the prices. All right. So that being said, you can check us out, alphadaytrading.com. If you have any questions, you can email me, josh@alphadaytrading.com. I'm always here to help. Obviously, I show up every single morning, TikTok, YouTube, to help you guys out, to drop this value and to help educate you guys so you can see consistent profits in the market, so you do not make a lot of the bad decisions and mistakes that I made as a new trader, so you can see success a lot faster. So I'm always here to help. So never hesitate to reach out. Happy, safe trading, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow morning at the start of pre-markets. Frank needs patience, and he needs it now. Frank, you come to team. We teach you patience. We hold you accountable. Nick, so what about the new platform will increase value? I can't really tell you, Nick. Then it wouldn't be a surprise, would it? Wouldn't really be a surprise. Well, I'll give you a little hint, right? I'll give you a hint. If you want to trade options, right, you're going to click this button, and it's going to take you to an options room with an options streamer, an options teacher, someone alerting options, someone educating options, solely for options. That's their expertise. My expertise is small cap penny stocks, not options. I talk options. It's not my expertise. Now you're going to be able to click this button and be in a whole new environment solely for options. So, there you go. That's just one of the 10 different things that we're doing. So, I gave you a little snippet, little sneak peek, little taste. Right? If you want to trade futures, click futures. Your own mentor, your own person, your own streamer, your own live commentary, your own rooms. Futures only, right? If you want to spend time and focus on futures, cryptocurrency, right? I mean, that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. Imagine having 5 to 6 different elite traders that focus on their field of expertise, and they're here to help you make money. They all have the same passion that I have, to help people succeed. They're not in it for money. They're in it to help, and they're here to help support you and educate you. So take me, multiply me by 6, and give them different skill sets with options, futures, forex, cryptocurrency, small caps, large caps. You guys are going to absolutely crush it. You guys are absolutely going to love it. So that's just, again, 20% of the value with the new platform, guys. Okay, so with that being said, if you want to sign up and join the team, now's the time to do it. If not, maybe I see you in the future. If not, you'll still see me in the mornings. I'm still here to help you guys no matter what. I'm still here to support you guys and help you guys succeed, all right? So happy, safe trading. Sit on your hands. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning, all right? Right around 8 o'clock on TikTok, live on YouTube, right around 9 o'clock. Happy, safe trading, guys. Be smart, be safe. I'll see you guys tomorrow.